Hey everybody, this is Mr. Horton with a series of video backup lessons for Studio Art 1, Studio Art 2, and film appreciation and cinematography. Verni Arts, Iona Prep. Hey guys, and welcome to day one of cartooning, which counts as a classwork grade. We are going to be drawing a picture of the Star Wars character Boba Fett, and through the first couple days of this project, we will be working on the foundational lines of Boba Fett, actually drawing in the core lines of the character. The way this will work is we're going to turn to a new page. We're going to turn our books vertical. We're going to start at the head, and I'm going to give you guys simple directions in a 1-to-1 ratio of I will tell you something to draw, you will draw it, and this will, after 100 or so steps, turn out to look like the character. So we're going to a new page in our sketchbooks. Your book is vertical, your spine is up there. I have out a number 2 pencil and I have out an eraser. I'm going to estimate the center of the page. Okay, so I'm just kind of figure out the center. Okay, and I'm going to go towards the top. And I am going to draw in my very first line up here, which is going to be a curve, like this. Okay, and then from that curve, I am going to do 2 vertical lines. From the middle of this, I'm going to do a really light vertical line. So you see there's a light vertical line down the center. It's a little bit longer than the lines to the left and the right of it. I'm going to do a little horizontal at the end of that, and I'm going to connect and connect. So we have these two diagonal lines connected by horizontal with a line down the center. Now this whole shape, if you look at this in relation to your eraser, is almost the size of the eraser. Now this is going to constitute his helmet eventually. We're going to put a line across not the center, it's towards the upper part. Okay? We're going to do 2 lines up. A little bit more into diagonals, like this. I could actually now erase some of that vertical line right there. I'm going to do a curve, and a curve, and a curve, and a curve. And a horizontal line. I'm going to do 2 dots. I'm going to do an oval. I'm going to do this weird oval rectangle shape vertical on the side of his head. I'm going to do a couple lines in there, 1 and 2. I'm going to do a couple lines going up into a triangle shape, neckline. 2 vertical lines coming down, connected by a soft curve. Going across the shoulders. We're going to do a line out right from here, which is going to have a curve. We're going to do a line out from right here, which is also going to have a curve. We're going to connect this. I'm going to draw a shape like this. Now, you'll notice that the V at the center of this, it's not centered with the head. It's off-center to the left. Just make sure you get that. So it's more here than it is here. It's because he's twisted a little bit in the final picture. Okay? So I'm going to get in the rest of this torso shape. Now, I'm going to come down here. Okay? I'm going to go across. I'm going to go up. Okay? L shape. 1, 2, 3. So 1 U and then 3 more. I'm also going to put 1 right here. Pouch, pouch, pouches. Connect. Okay, from right here on the curve, you're going to continue the curve and you're going to go diagonal. We're going to do a curve and a line to become this curved thing like a shoulder pad. Down to here. And then we're going to connect this up. Go through that again. We have a curve that comes down, a diagonal. I put another curve and a horizontal, and then a curve, and then connected here at the armpit. Going back to the chest plate, down, over, down. Over on this side, over, down. It's going to kind of equal the same spacing over there. Okay. We're going to do a line right here. We're going to do a belt. We're going to do 2 curved lines for the elbow. A line like this. Down like that. So down, a little bit of an L shape and back up. We got this rectangle shape here that has a V at the bottom. Another L shape connecting. A line going across right here. Curve. Line. Horizontal. Little horizontal. J shape. Now this J shape is going to curve like this. And we're going to do this 1, 2, 3, 4 times into the fist. Let's go to the waist. U shape. U shape. Curvy U. V. Curve, curve. Curve, curve. Over. Over. Curve. Okay, so I got an L and a short L. I got a curve. I don't know really what to call this. Over, diagonal, up. Down and over. Diagonal, over. We're at his thighs. Okay? I'm going to start with this leg because this leg is moving in the forward position a little bit. I'm going to come down. I'm going to curve. I'm going to go up, down, over, up, down, over, up. Right here. Down, curve, up, connect. You're going to want to watch the thickness of the thighs here, by the way. You're not going to want to make it so they get too far away from you. Like mine are a little bit, so I'm just going to make this a little bit more thin there, but I got the 2 pockets. Yada, yada. Let's go to the knees. Oh, by the way, at this point, we got about a quarter of the page left. If you go off the page, that's fine. Okay? So on our right, he's got a T shape that looks like this on the kneecap, and another one over here that looks like this. So you get the full T over here, and you get kind of half of it on the other side. I'm going to connect, connect, and connect. So I'm basically going to extend the sides of the T to the entire length of the leg. Bring it down, curve. Diagonal, diagonal. These are not sharp diagonals. Down, down. You're going to end at roughly the same height. Diagonal, diagonal. I'm going to do this again. Both sides. Down and over. Diagonal, curve, up. Diagonal, curve, up. Curve. Almost like a huff on the right side. Heel, heel. Down, over, up. Sole. So right now, we're looking at the body looking like this. We got the torso, we got the arm, we got the shoulder, head, we got the crotch, thighs, knees, ankles, feet. Okay? If this foot looks weird to you, you can erase a little bit of this and make it so that it's curved a little bit over this shape. Just a little bit. Enough that it looks like it's coming forward. Now, let's go to the one arm we have not finished yet. Over here. This is the hard part. We're going to do a curve. We're going to do another curve. So you're going to curve and a curve. You're going to do a little box. You're going to do a little V shape. You're going to do another V shape. All right. Now, at this point, I'm going to go right into the stock of the gun. So I have a diagonal coming up, diagonal and diagonal. And I'm going to do a curve. Line going up. And then down. And then all the way back. And then again. So out, diagonal. These are all diagonals. I'm going to do a shape like this. I'm going to do 2 little curves. I know this looks like nothing right now. The arm. Curve. Right here. Curve. Line. Right here. Line. Now, here's where we're going to get dicey a little bit. We got a curve, an S shape, which is going to become a thumb. So we're going to bring it around. And we're going to just do the littlest hint of like a little curve line thing right there. Okay? And then over here, we're going to do a little L shape, which is going to become this. And we're going to do that again and again. And we're going to cut this off with a curve and a curve and a curve. Like that. Getting a curve line right here and a half curve above that. 2 curves like this. We're doing this again, right here. And show a little bit of the other side. So this again, right here, a little bit of the other side. Line from the thumb connecting to the trigger. We're going to do a circle. 2 lines coming from the circle. 1, 2, into a curve. So it's a cylinder. We're going to do a line coming up from the thumb right here, curve. We're going to do another circle. I'm running into a little bit of a problem on mine because mine is actually going to run off of the page. These lines are going to connect. Do 1. We're going to do 2. Do little pegs underneath. We're going to do a line down the middle of the gun. And we're going to do another line down the middle of the gun. And we're going to do a shape like this. We're going to do one like this, and we're going to do one like this. Curve, curve. Now I got to just do a little bit of a cleanup over here. I'm going to clean up these spots. Just a little bit. Okay. And then lastly, I'm going to, on the gun, I'm going to stagger the barrels a little bit. Make them curved at the end. Make the top one a little bit bigger than the ones underneath that. Okay, so right now we were looking at this. So we got the whole figure, we got the gun. Now the big thing we need to still get in, we haven't gotten in yet, is the jetpack. So with the jetpack, we are going to return to the shoulder blade over here. We're going to do 2 diagonal lines up connected by a horizontal. So diagonal, horizontal, diagonal. And then 2 diagonals going out the opposite way connected by a horizontal. A box and then a triangle, like a little house. Okay, now coming off this, we have to do the cylinder for the actual jetpack, which is going to look like a big rectangle that kind of goes up, down, and over into the bicep. Now this is going to continue down this way. So I did put a little bit of a line. Now depending on how you drew your arm, you might not see this. But it is one giant rectangle behind, which we're going to put a curve and then a box on top of. We're going to put a circle with a little box. And then like this diamond triangle looking shape underneath it. Lastly, we have to get in the cloth. We're going to do 2 giant S shapes coming off. And we're going to tatter this. And I'm going to continue it up past his arm behind. All right, so that is the foundational lines for Boba Fett. In the next video, we will be covering the detail lines on the drawing. If you have any questions about the assignment, email me or refer to the project on Google Classroom. See you in class.